and welcome to the Great Gansey. I have Gansey here with me today, and I would like to apologize that I am no longer going to be able to do 2 videos a week consistently. I have just gone back to full-time work this week, and it's crazy! It's like I forgot how exhausting it was to be gone literally all day, 5 days a week. Anyhow, besides Gansey missing me and me being very tired all the time, and all sorts of other side jobs and friends, I guess, hanging out with people. But yeah, Gansey and I are going to do a book review today. We're hoping to do quite a few book reviews on books about cats. And so today we're going to start with a favorite from my childhood, James Herriot's Cat Stories. I have loved this book since I was like 9 years old. I got this particular copy when I was older. I was 16 or 17, and I was working at a used consignment bookstore. And this book came in one of the boxes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that so much. So my boss looked it up and priced it, and I got to buy it before we put any ugly stickers on the back. So it doesn't have an ugly sticker on the back, just this cute illustration of a cat. That's one of my favorite things about James Herriot's Cat Stories, is it has such adorable illustrations. Just, it makes me so happy. Even the ones that aren't cats, it's just like, look at that, just English buildings. It makes me so happy. So for those of you who aren't familiar, James Herriot was a veterinarian back in like the 1900s. His actual name, which I just found out while I was doing research for this blog, is James Alfred White. That was very strange for me to figure out because I always assumed he was just James Herriot. That's who he is. I read his books, I read his cat stories. But yeah, that was not his actual name. And the stories aren't strictly true. They are based on his adventures as a vet, and they are semi-autobiographical, and they're just super good. It's like really great stories about the 1900s and cats and dogs. He has a lot of stories. My favorite one, the only one I have read repeatedly, is the cat stories. I have tried reading his longer novel, biography, whatever, All Creatures Great and Small, but the thing is, I don't do well when animals die in books. It makes me really, really sad. So like the cow died and I start sobbing, and so I can't read the book in public, and so I usually don't read it at all. However, most of these stories do not make me cry. They make me really happy. They're just cute and fun and funny. There are some that make me cry. For example, Ollie and Ginny, The Greatest Triumph. That is a tragic story. It's the third of a 3-part story in here about Ollie and Ginny. Really sad. Just don't read that third part if you want to be happy. The rest of the stories are really good, and I'm a huge fan of them. Gansey actually has not read much of this book himself. I have shown him some of the pictures. He thinks it looks very nice. He thinks there are a few too many dogs in it to be a story about cats entirely. But he also wishes that he had his own dog that he could boss around and take out on a leash. Instead of me taking him on a leash, he could take a dog on a leash, and it would be cool. So yeah, to sum up, this is a great book. I highly recommend it for any kids like, I don't know, 8 and up. The only thing is it's sad sometimes. Do you see yourself on the camera? Aren't you handsome? He is very handsome, isn't he? Look at that. Handsome nose. He's very handsome. The stories are cute. They're really fun. James Herriot really understands cats, because I'm guessing, you know, he worked with them for most of his life. The illustrations are perfect. I love illustrations in books. All I want from this life is a illustrated copy of Lord of the Rings with, you know, good illustrations that make me happy to look at and not scary illustrations. I have seen some really scary illustrations of Smeagol that I really do not want to see again. Anyhow, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna try to get out more than one a week, but it's rough. I don't know what's gonna happen. Make sure to check out the cat's Instagrams at The Great Gans for this fluffy boy, and Miss Charlie Crumpet for Miss Charlie Crumpet, and at Angelic Zoo for Zuzu. I am not posting quite as much on Charlie or Gansey's Instagrams because I'm so busy, as I've mentioned before, but Prairie's still really keeping up with Zuzu's, and you'll still get a couple pictures a week of the fluffy monster and the little tiny fried chicken cat. Please subscribe and like, and thank you for watching. Gansey appreciates it, I appreciate it, the cats who are not here also appreciate it, and I guess I'll see you next time, whenever that might be. Bye!